Grant was a very popular, outgoing young man, full of life, energy. He was just fun to be around. He was very outgoing and loving. He was a wonderful son. He was funny, the life of the party. He enjoyed his motorcycle. Grant went out one night with some friends to a bar. They got intoxicated. They were drinking. I found out they had been taking mushrooms. When the tab was not covered, the police were called. At that point, Grant was taken to Fort Walton Beach Medical Center and involuntarily committed. Medical records indicate that Grant was being treated for depression, substance abuse, and detox. His records also indicate that he was not homicidal, suicidal, or a threat to anyone. While Grant was involuntarily committed to the Fort Walton Beach Medical Center, he was given a cocktail of psychotropic drugs, including Risperdal, Ativan, Ambien, Zyprexa, Haldol, and Cogentin. I later found out that some of these drugs are contraindicated for my son's condition. Now I'm going to read for you the contraindications for some of these psychotropic drugs. Ativan or lorazepam is not recommended for use in patients with a primary depressive disorder or psychosis. Ambien, co-administered with other central nervous system depressants like benzodiazepines, increase the risk of central nervous system depression. In clinical trials, 7% of patients treated with Ambien taken at bedtime reported hallucinations versus 0% on placebo. Cogentin has a list of adverse reactions including the following: toxic psychosis, visual hallucinations, exacerbation of pre-existing psychotic symptoms, and depression. These psychotropic cocktails have never been tested to see if they are safe. I feel like the doctors who treated my son experimented on him with these drugs. When I went to see my son in the hospital, he was white, dehydrated, shaking. He told me, "Mom, I do not belong here. Please get me out of here." I assured him I would, but under the forced commitment laws, I could not take him home with me. Within 1 day of being released from Fort Walton Beach Medical Center, Grant was dead. We need to seriously rethink the drugging practices in this country, the forced drugging and forced commitment practices the outcomes are so horrific. The laws need to be changed. I know in my heart, if only my son had been released into my care, he would be alive today. And if this message could help just one mother, spare one mother from the anguish that I feel, then I've done my job.